Hey guys, I'm Leonard, author and founder of scienceofsainthood.com, and I'm headed back to Lafayette, Louisiana at the end of October. And when I say back, I mean back to where it all started for me. My very first parish mission as a Catholic speaker was in New Iberia many years ago, and I've never forgotten it. Nicest people in the world. I mean, I needed a local interpreter for some of your Cajun slang and twang, and I saw crawfish in my sleep for weeks, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So I'm really excited to come back to your neck of the woods or swamp for another incredible conference with my friends at Fullness of Truth. They're the best. Now it's happening at St. Anne's in Youngsville on Friday evening, October 31st, and Saturday, November 1st. Why then? Because it's the Feast of All Saints, and that's exactly what this event is all about. The conference title is The One Thing Necessary, Unveiling Your Path to Sainthood. And I love this theme. It's taken from Christ's famous encounter with Martha when she complains about Mary just sitting around while she's working. And Jesus says to her, "Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things. One thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the better part, and it will not be taken away from her." And guys, when the second person of the Most Holy Trinity says there's one thing necessary, we better pay attention. So that's the focus of this conference, and it's gonna be a humdinger. Listen to this lineup. We've got my great friend and rock star scripture scholar, Dr. Michael Barber. The pastor of St. Anne's itself, whom I've heard great things about, Father Michael Russo. And the Community of Jesus crucified priest who gives the frisons to everyone who hears him preach, Father Michael Champagne. Now they're all absolute powerhouses for sure, but come on with the names. Forget about Martha, Martha. As Jan Brady said, Michael, Michael, Michael. I'm not even sure how I snuck into this conference. Maybe they misread my name, but it's too late to get rid of me now. So I'm gonna dive into some topics related to sainthood that have radically changed my life and will 100% do the same for you. On Friday evening, after our Eve of All Saints Vigil Mass, so make sure you come to that, I'm going to use the examples of some incredible saints to lay it all out with regard to what being a Catholic is ultimately all about and the 3 keys you need to grow in holiness. Because sainthood doesn't just happen. It's a process of growth in relationship with God which relies on particular things. This isn't pie in the sky stuff. It's literally what you're made for. And speaking of spiritual growth, on Saturday, I'm going to unpack what that growth actually looks like in pretty specific terms. And what I'm going to explain is something that a lot of Catholics have never heard of, which is a shame. Because once you see it and begin to understand it, everything changes. I'm talking about what are known as the 3 stages of the spiritual life, found in the teaching of great mystics and saints like Teresa of Avila, John of the Cross, Augustine, Aquinas, Francis de Sales, and so many others. Look, the 3 stages are like a map of the spiritual life that show you where you are, where you're going, and what to expect along the way. Trust me, getting to know them is a total game changer that affects every aspect of your Catholic life. So, please come and join me and the 3 amazing Michaels at St. Anne's in Youngsville on October 31st and November 1st. And after all, it's the Feast of All Saints, so why not focus on the one thing necessary, the goal of the Catholic life, sainthood. In order to get more information and register for this great conference, head over to fullnessoftruth.org. God bless, and I'll see you there.